All right, we're trying this. Okay, we're going to try this one last time today. Uh, Talking about the Trumpster and what he's been doing. He's making public statements that support eugenics in Minnesota. I think it's Minnesota he made the statements. Eugenics is the science of taking two superior people, putting them together, and getting an offspring that's superior. This appears to be the direction this man is headed in. That he's looking for an all-white. I mean, his audience was all white when he said it, or at least mostly white. They said, "I fear for the country. I fear for democracy." And I don't know. Let's say I think probably Great Britain and France will be able to withstand this, but I mean, the United States is going to end up a third world party country. I mean, we're not going to. What are we going to have? We're going to be at the mercy of Russia and China and what have you. And here's the deal, folks. With him saying that he's not going to go quietly into the night if he loses, and then you're going to see quite possibly insurrection, which I think is what he would love to see. You'll probably see Russian and Cuban troops in it. What was the name of that? Red Dawn. Yeah, watch that movie. That's probably what's going to end up happening, because he's not going to be able to get the support of all the military, and there's not enough white militias out there to handle that. And I don't understand where he thinks that an all-white government is going to work. South Africa had it for years. Apartheid. The white minority ruled that country, and they ruled it with an iron fist. And eventually, they had to give it up. And now some people are suffering for it. Some of the white people are suffering because of that, because there's still a lot of anger in that country because of that. But it didn't work. The all-white government didn't work. Mandela came forward, and he had an inclusive government, and it worked. It straightened that country out. Trump's black people aren't black. They're just hanging on because they need the job, and they feel that they can get, if they the way it works in Washington right now is, if you're a loyal subject of the Trumpster, you get just about anything you want. If you disagree even the slightest, you're fired, you're out, you're gone. Well, what do you think is going to happen in this country when you lose free speech and you lose free elections and whatnot because of this moron gets reelected? If you lose free speech, you can't complain. They'll come after you. You'll get charged with some sort of crime or something like that. You'll be imprisoned. I mean, he doesn't believe in the Constitution at all. The fact that he says he wants a conservative Supreme Court is a joke. He wants a Supreme Court that'll give him every verdict he wants. He believes also the reason he's in a hurry to get it done is because he believes the Supreme Court is going to have to settle the election. All right? And I hope it works out. If it works out that way, and that's what happens. But I'll tell you what, I'm more afraid that this election is going to be settled in the streets. I think when you go to vote, you're liable to see armed militias, or people looking at you, under the fedora, with the dark glasses on. Listen, it's going to take some balls to vote, but it's necessary. I mean, you got to do it. If you don't do it, you'll never be able to sit back and say, well, I didn't vote for him. Well, if you didn't vote, or if you didn't vote for him, if you didn't vote for him and you didn't vote, you have absolutely no right to complain. Okay? You're going to be giving up that right to complain. And second of all, you're not going to be able to complain if he's elected again. All right? People are sitting around saying, "Oh, this won't happen." Bullshit. I've seen it happen in Venezuela, Cuba. I've seen it happen in Cuba, Venezuela. I've seen it happen all over the world in my lifetime. It's not gonna get any better. And Russia's laughing because we laughed when communism collapsed because we didn't have to lift a hand and communism collapsed. Well, now they're sitting back laughing because democracy is about to collapse. You know, I don't know what people are going to do. Social Security recipients are going to do. I mean, they take that away from you. Uh, I don't know. You look at, you want change, and I've said this before. I'm 74 years old, and if you watch any of my videos, if you've seen one, you know I wander. That's my age. That's my inability to stay focused sometimes. All right, he's the same age I am, and he's been much more abusive to his brain than I've ever been to mine. Uh, he doesn't read. He doesn't understand things. I mean, at least I believe in science. I believe in other people. I don't necessarily believe in the good in every human being, but because I've never seen anybody in this country, in this government, that was elected, that has so self-centered and so self-promoting and so whatever you want to call him. I mean, he thinks he should be king. He has that philosophy that Nixon had, and these have been Republicans. That Reagan had it, wanted to be king. Nixon had it where he said, if the president does it, it's not illegal. These are Republicans. I don't understand where these people come from. You got a great thing going. You had a great thing going. Did it need improvement? Of course it did. Everything can stand improvement. Nothing's perfect. But as things went, it was one of the best governments in the world. It was the best situation you could possibly want. Why? Because you can't find a job? Look, I've been unemployed. I've been out there. I've changed professions so I could work. I've worked for a lot less money than I'm used to, just so that I can have a job. And I know people that are like this. They go pump gasoline. When my brother came back to the United States from living in Japan, he couldn't find a job. He ended up pumping gas in a gas station, and his wife was a chambermaid at the Disneyland Hotel until he got to where till he got back into the merchant marine. He became a captain of an oil tanker, second biggest one in the world. Got all his money back, got settled, left his family well off. His kids got great educations and everything was fine. He didn't ask anybody for it. He went out and got it. Like I said, I've been unemployed. Have I collected unemployment? Yeah. I have to pay the bills while I'm looking for work. I've never been a big saver. I don't have big bank accounts. So you have to be willing to try and work. You can't blame other people. You can't blame the fact that you can't get into college on the fact that they're letting blacks in, unless you're both of equal stature, and then you have to see why they let them in. If they let them in, I don't believe in affirmative action. I believe if a black student wants to go to school, he should be allowed to go to school, and there should be a qualified college someplace to take him. I mean, if he can't go to Harvard, if he's got the grades, and he tests for scholarship, he should be able to get in. I don't think it should be based on race or anything like that. I don't think race should be an issue in anything. But it is now. Trump's made it that. Eugenics. Wow. Boy, I could. Hitler's. What was it? Hitler's superior race. It doesn't work. I mean, it didn't work for him. It didn't work for Mussolini. It didn't work for in whoever the leader was in South Africa. It doesn't work. It just. I mean, that's the definition of insanity. Keep trying something, but you keep getting the same results. That's insanity. All right, listen. I've really wandered probably a lot too much, but remember that when it's time to get rid of some of these old bastards that are in politics. All right. Hey, listen. I'll catch you during the week. Take care now.